requesting you. All right, next one. All right.
I can't see, Pastor.
I have sent you just now. One more time.
His lips are not.
He's not moving the lips only.
No, I can't see.
Oh, I thought you saw. Okay. All right.
Even though her lips are going down.
Just now, how you saw Esther in the chat? Just now you saw Esther in the chat. No. Same place. Got it?
Hima, your
Okay.
finger
So
is
now open your mouth and say it. No, she's giving. Why are you making the sound? No sound. Only lips. Can you say it? Say it. Keep saying it. Anyone?
Shadrach.
No. It's a lady character in the Bible. That's a clue. Say it, Mrs. Marcus.
Deborah.
Ah, well done, Dr. Joshi. Well done. Superb. Okay. Excellent. Mrs. Ranganathan, you want to try your video on, if Dr. Anil's light is there, you can also try. Mrs. Jacobs also light is not good actually. Okay. Let's go back
Mine
to.
is not coming out. Mine
All
is
right,
not
we'll
coming
go
out.
back to Dr. Joshi. Okay, Dr. Joshi, here's your next word. The light is excellent on his face. Okay, here's your next word. Oh, sorry. It went to Mrs. Marcus by mistake. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Come on. It's a famous character. Shouldn't be so difficult.
starting letter.
No. It's a famous character in the Old Testament.
Old Testament.
Say it.
Continuously do it.
Huh?
Continuously do it.
No, continuously do it.
Noah.
Moses.
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know how it's not coming. Really.
Abel.
Oh, very close. No. Go ahead. Say it.
Job.
David.
That's right.
Ah, David. Who said that?
Alice.
Oh, wonderful. Excellent. Okay. Very nice. Okay, so maybe if we can, we can just, now we just play one more game, so that it just keeps getting more exciting. Okay, brother Abel is come. Okay, here's your game for you, and this is a game called Bingo. Okay, I'll give you one alphabet, and you have to try and guess four things from that same alphabet. Okay, and this is what it is. Okay, all right, this is your game. Hello, welcome, brother Abel. Whoever can know it should immediately say bingo. Then I will ask you to say it. Okay, your first alphabet is U. You have to guess. You have to guess a name starting with U, place, animal or thing. Animal or bird or thing.
Uriah. I think king.
Yeah, it can be fast.
Uzziah, king.
Uriah, okay.
Uzziah, king.
Uzziah also, okay. No, but place, animal or thing.
Place.
Yeah.
Ur.
Huh?
Ur.
Ur. Arre, wow. Animal or bird starting with U.
Well, I have three. Name is Uma. Place is Umed. And thing is umbrella.
No, but what about animal or bird?
Animal or bird, na?
Starting with U.
You.
You.
No, I'm not able to get it.
और वो last क्या है?
Huh?
Thing, umbrella.
Umbrella, okay. Okay. I'll give that a pass. Okay, let's take another word. T.
T.
Timothy. Timothy.
Team. Huh?
Timothy.
Timothy, okay.
And
Tanzania.
Tanzania, okay.
Tiger.
This is like
Tiger.
Tiger.
Tiger and toffee.
Okay.
Thumb.
Huh?
Toffee.
Tub. Okay.
Dog.
Tub.
Coffee. Tub, not. Okay, I am not getting the word. Okay. All right, let's give you the next word. Let's give you a difficult word.
क्या है? Z.
Z. Oh.
Zechariah.
Zanzibar.
Ziba is a place.
Yeah.
Zebra is the animal.
Zanzibar, zebra.
Zebra.
Okay.
Zebra. And
Drink.
xylophone.
Dandubam.
Zaldubam. No, that Zaldubam is not
Dandubam.
xylophone. Is it Z or X?
Z.
Xylophone.
Xylophone. Okay. Okay, fine. I'll give it to you. All right. So well done. This is some good thing. We can play one more round later. I mean, next time. Okay, so friends, we are going to talk today about this topic of health and hospital. I just thought, because right now I was just there some time back, I thought it's good to talk about what you feel is good health and how or you could talk about some health tips, or you could talk about what you feel about hospital or hospitalization or your relationship with hospital. Anybody wants to recall their hospital experience also, how it was, you could share it. Anybody wants to discuss that?
Well, in the past, a general physician or the family doctor was capable of helping any family member because the name of the doctor and his place or her place was a safe place to get treated for various ailments. In the past, with almost minimal investigations, the doctor would be such a good clinician that he could just look at your face or just touch the body at a particular place where the concern is, and they used to estimate the condition that the patient is suffering from. And then the medicines were basically dispensed in the clinic and given to the patient as per their requirement and not a branded one.
Okay.
And then there was a great respect for a doctor because the presence of a doctor in the community was seen as a healer and what we call somebody who can speak to the members of the family and correct them. I have seen doctors who have said, you are not helping your mother or you are not helping your brother in order to be all right. So a doctor played a very important role in the past, who knew
Right.
every member of the family by name, and they had the least medicines in their hand, and they tailor-made every dose as well as every preparation in their own compounding, what we call counter. So this is the old thing that we have seen as children when we visited a doctor. Today, the biggest fright is what will be the list of diagnosis made on me if I complain of a simple cold. And the list goes on, and the treatment is costly. And more importantly now is there is more scare than what we call an assurance of being all right with whatever facilities we have. Though everything has been modernized, technologically we have everything to see what is under the skin, but there is no prudence. There is no prudence in arriving at the conclusion clinically.
Thank you. Anyone else?
There were less of surgeries
Yeah.
and test. Today, anything, surgeries are there and they are being hospitalized. That is the worst part of it. And then they check out also whether that patient is having insurance. When the insurance is there, yes, come in.
Yeah. Like, so hospital has become like a slaughterhouse, you're saying, no? In terms of, yeah. Insurance. So, yeah, anybody else, maybe you could just talk about hospital, like my hospital experience, or what do you think about hospitals? Anybody? What comes to your mind when you think about hospital, or any experience you want to say, any comment you want to do about hospitals?
Recently, which I had so bad.
Mrs.
Work.
Jacob, go ahead.
Yeah. When I was suffering with the mom, means little cold was there. Then I said, I thought I was hearing from others, just take an injection that the dama will go like that. That's why I wanted to any for injection for the mom. That's why I asked my son to take to me hospital. Then he took me, and when we entered the hospital people staff changed my clothes also without knowing. Means I didn't
Give
know
permission.
that they are changing my
Changing the
clothes,
clothes.
and fatafat they changed my clothes and admitted. Then I said, and in ICU, why you people are doing like this? No, your oxygen is 64. It is so danger. And like that they said, no, I don't want to. In this way, that experience I got means they were saying that my oxygen level was very slow, very low. But I don't know, means I had 2 times TB. That's why my lungs are weak, I know. Yes, so many times I had this cold and dama and everything. That's why I was thinking that is normal for to me. But these people I admitted, and whatever they saline they did that time, and also what injections they have started to give me, and both hands they and one mask also put on my mouth. I was suffocated with that all this treatment. They are not hearing me also. Even they are not allowed my children inside because that is ICU. And these people are also taking blood for test, and they are taking X-rays one by one. They are coming and going. I thought that I admitted in the mental hospital. They are treating me as mental level. That's why in that way I say someone is doing conspiracy on me. Like that, their treatment was like that. That's why I felt very bad and I came out. Whatever it may be, maybe my oxygen level maybe is low, but I felt very bad. And I said to my children, if people are putting one more day also, I will die here only.
Hmm.
That's why take me home. Then they brought after 10 days, I think so. They brought me. They gave guarantee to the doctors. We will arrange the nurses. 2 nurses they arranged, and they brought with mission what the oxygen mask and everything. They brought and put it. After coming home, I removed all things and even tablets and everything. I used only garlic. With that, I became
Okay.
cured. Yeah,
Great, great.
this.
Thank you.
Hmm.
So well, thank you for sharing. Yeah, it was a very difficult time for Mrs. Jacob. I remember seeing her. She was so angry to be in the hospital. Yeah. Anybody else wants to share their hospital experience, or what do you think about the hospital, or just general thoughts? Yeah, Mrs. Marcus, Dr. Adil, Brother John, Brother Abel, Mrs. Raghunathan.
Hospital experience is always very difficult to get that experience.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
We
you are-
want to
I
see
just-
your video. We want to see your video if possible. But yeah, good.
Now it's come.
Yes, it's come.
Hospital experience. I also had a very bad experience in the hospital. You know that when I had a fracture, then when I had a stroke also I was in the hospital. But then you don't feel comfortable. So many doctors will come, the same questions they will ask. The main doctor will come, then the assistant doctors will come, then sometimes they will all come in a group and they will ask the same questions repeat. So you have to answer for everybody, whatever is happening to you. Then they will give their own opinion. What is wrong with you and what is they say. Then the nurses, if you tell one nurse that this is what happened, you want something, she will tell another nurse, or she will tell Aya. Aya will be called, and the Aya does not know what to do. That Aya will shout from one end to the other end for another Aya to come. So these are the experiences I had. And then money business. So much bill they will bring every day, the bill they will bring. Much money, go down and pay the money. Then each doctor will come, he will give some prescription. You have to go and buy the medicine. Go buy the medicine. They will not tell one time only. They will tell how many times go and get the medicine, this medicine, that medicine. My daughter would say, I just now brought the medicine. What about that? No, but doctor gave this another medicine. So you have to bring another medicine. So this kind of experiences you go through in the hospital. First of all, you are suffering. You want to get well soon. You want something comfortable, but they make things sometimes so difficult for you. And the person who attends to you, that person's life is become miserable. Because every time that person has to go and bring the medicine. Get this, get that, get this. But what happened to the previous medicine which was brought? That was used or not, that we don't know. What medicine was brought and what was used and what was not used. So that was another experience we had in the hospital.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for your sharing. Yeah. Mrs. Marcus, you want to share something?
No, Pastor.
Yeah. No? Okay, okay. Fine. Anybody else wants to share about, maybe you could talk about your health, or if you felt sick, or something about your health also. Anybody wants to talk about what helps you for your health, or if you have nothing to talk about hospital, then talk. That's it. Any thoughts regarding to your health? Okay. So I think Mrs. Marcus is a very fit person. She manages to have a lot of strength and energy. I see. She and her husband would travel to Baikal as if they are just going down the building. They will go so far away and come back also. So how Mrs. Marcus, you managed to be so active in terms of your health?
Pastor,
Because
first
of
of all,
hockey
Pastor,
player.
no, that is okay. But then, first of all, it is the grace of God.
Mhm.
If He was not kind, loving, I would never have had the strength. But it's not that I have not had some experience about my tooth removal of tooth. That was a bitter means horrible experience because
Tooth removal.
it
Okay.
was actually the left side tooth broke, and it broke, and then I had to get it x-rayed, and it was locked down that time. So that in Kharghar, that we have one in Apka dentist or something. There I went. She was a lady doctor. She says, "You come in the afternoon," and I went. And then after that, she said, "Auntie, I'll have to remove it today only because your condition is very bad." I said, "Okay." And my husband was waiting outside. My daughter was with me, and that another lady doctor came, and she gave me anesthesia, means in the mouth, and she started, and then she says it was not working. About 3 times she pricked, but it was not working. So she says, "Auntie, I can't help it, but I have to take it out because it is necessary." So she told me, she says, "You don't, so you can bear it." I thought it will be just a small thing. I said, "Okay, go ahead." And then that lady doctor, she pulled the tooth out without anesthesia, and I screamed.
Oh my God.
The chair from both ends. They caught my hand, they caught my legs, so that I would not this thing disturb. And when she pulled out the tooth, in 3 pieces, she took it out. In 3
Oh.
pieces. And it was so traumatic, and
Terrible.
even the doctor was shocked to see her. And then she said, when the other doctor, she says, "It was really, I don't know how you survived, but she says if another patient would have been there, they would have collapsed." And then it was really very, very shocking. That experience was, and then my daughter, she came and she saw everything, and then they are instructing me. I could hardly keep my eyes open, and they were instructing, so I just pointed out to her. And then when I told actually the doctor who used to treat me, he was not here, he was in Mira Road. So I had to go there. So when I told him that, he got so angry, and he says, "You should have told that doctor, you sit on the chair, and I'll, without anesthesia, I'll pull out your teeth." He was very angry. But that was, I don't know how I survived that, and it was really, really shocking. Everyone was shocked how without anesthesia I could manage that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very, very distinct. But after that, by God's grace, I went, next time I had to go, I went to Mira Road. I didn't want to come here and risk my life. But by God's grace, yes, Pastor, you say na, that I am strong. I do all the work myself. You know our house, and I have no servants. Ever since my husband retired, he was an officer. He used to get many servants and all, but only for the thing, sweeping and swabbing, we used to keep that servant, and the rest, cooking and washing and everything, we used to do. And of course, my husband was very supportive in that. And of course, we used to go to the market. We used to go for walks every day, and 5 kilometers of walk every day, both of us. And I used to go to markets, Crawford Market also, and I have gone with Sanu also, and used to. It was okay. So God has given me good strength. I really thank God. friend. And until now, he has been so good to me that after his passing away, after my husband's passing away, he has been good to me. I'm just trying to sort of come back to normal.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Thank you for your sharing. Yeah. So yes, anyone else? Dr. Anil, want to share something? Auntie Alice, this is John, and Brother Abel. Anything about your hospital experience you want to share, or if you want to talk about health also, it's fine. Good health.
Master, some doctors give the prescription for the medicine. Those things are available within that vicinity only. Miss that chemist within that chemist are available. But if we buy from outside, they will not be available. I don't know, Miss. They must be having some connection with what we say, that the commission and everything. This is the experience also we have experienced in the past.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Anyone else? Yeah. I think one of the things definitely is the medicines. You can now, there is something called generic medicine stores that have come, that are giving medicines at a very subsidized rate, and those are something which are good for us to explore, because medical costs can be very high, medicine cost and all that. But yeah. John Raj, any experience to share about, or any comment on hospital and hospital experience? Yeah.
Yes, some years back, I had while playing football, I didn't wear a gloves, goalkeeper. So I, fractured my ring finger, and it was on a Sunday. So after that, my son was also there. So he saw. So he told, Dada, you go to the hospital. I told, no, let the match get over. So by 8:39, it got over. And by the time my finger got swelling and it became blue, and I couldn't remove my ring. So by the time I came to the hospital, it was 9:30. So most of the hospital X-ray centers were closed. But fortunately, below my building, there was a goldsmith. So I told him, yeah, the ring nikalne ka hai. So then he took to the, person, and he cut my ring. And then we went to one of the 3-star hospital. So there immediately took the X-ray and everything. And then he told, okay, your this finger is fractured. You have to go for an operation. So immediately, that was the assistant doctor. He called up the main doctor and he told, okay, ask him whether he is having the insurance or what. So I overheard it. So I told, no, I don't have insurance. Then he told, okay, you get admitted tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock, main doctor will come, you get admitted, operation will be there. So I told, see, doctor, now it is 10:30, 11. My family members will also be worried. So just give me the painkiller, and tomorrow morning I'll come. But they were reluctant, but somehow I managed to move away from there. And my son was there. He was not that big also. But I told him, see, now you have to use our presence of mind. Dada, mommy is getting old. When something happens to us, you see to it that these are the things practically happens. So you should not get panic. You should be calm and take a proper decision. So I came home, we prayed, and then I called up my another friend who knows the bone specialist. So he was out of town. So Monday he came, and then he also saw, and he told, okay, we have to go for an operation and everything. So this is what practically it happens. And the first thing is that we should not get panic. Presence of mind is important. And this happened one more time again, 3 years before COVID, during Diwali time again, same thing. It was on a Saturday night. 2 days I was getting giddiness. First time I experienced it. And then I was taken to the hospital. So they told me you're having high pressure and you have to get admitted. The same thing happened over there. Assistant doctor was there. They gave me some pills and they told get admitted and we'll see it tomorrow onwards. Okay. The main, your treatment will start. So I knew that Diwali holidays is going to be 3 days. So there is no point in lying over there. So I told him, you just give some medicines, I'll take care of myself, and I moved out from there. So that is what.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. So, Dr. Anil, any experience to share about your health, hospital, anything? You need to unmute. If you want to say something. Yeah. Do you have anything to share, Dr. Anil?
Well,
Yeah.
I sometimes feel that my health is very, I'm in a very precarious kind of condition because anytime I get chest congestion, it could be a heart problem.
Oh.
I had a bypass with 5 blocks. And so I don't know. Many times I feel that maybe I won't live to see the next day. And I'm just sharing this without exaggeration because the day I was admitted for my bypass surgery, I was rushed. When I got to the hospital on time, otherwise the block would have left me fatality. So one of the things I've seen is that, see, as I don't know who just said about presence of mind, because there's a heart history of heart disease in my family. My younger brother died at 54. My dad died 67. He had a heart. So you almost know if there's something, if you're feeling discomfort, that you should go immediately and get your checked by the cardiogram. So that way is becoming a routine for me. And I've survived now. This is my 7th year after bypass. Well, discipline and all that, but still there is a history. So I don't know. One of the things that I find is that no one can really know. I just lost 2 of my friends, 2 people I know very well. They were not heart patient, but they both died of heart attack. One at 54, one at disease. So there's a certain uncertainty about life that we need to accommodate in our daily understanding of what. And that's what got me. There's an uncertainty about life. There's a certainty about your salvation and the fact that so that is the greatest security any even seniors can have. That's what I feel. So not that I'm exaggerating, but I'm just saying there's an uncertainty about life. When it turns, something can go wrong. You just had your dad again to the hospital. He came out and then again he's gone.
It's gone.
So it's you can't say anything, especially you hit your senior years, you don't know.
Correct. Yeah. I think for this from this palliative care training, they're always saying that so many. I think it's good to go to the hospital, but then there are sometimes hospitals are just going to take a patient and keep him on the ventilator for days alive, and then just keep bagging bill. And there is something called medical poverty. So many people become poor just paying medical bills also. And it can really be a very, very heartless institution, and there are many people who are, victims to the system of how it is, But it's very difficult to find out what is good, because last time also when my dad was unwell, we were thinking he's 80 now, will he manage hospital and all of that? But, one of the doctor friend, Christian friend said that, no, you can take him and try to correct if there's a problem, correct it, but don't prolong it in the hospital, prolonged stay. So we took him, but it went to 1 month because one after the other complication kept coming up, About 8 to 9 lakhs were spent but that was also by the grace of God. My brother had some insurance; it helped. And the wonder of it all is the hospital, that big hospital that was so well known, couldn't really heal him completely. But a small unknown hospital where we shifted him later on, Christian Hospital, turned out to be more effective. Also, so it had no 5-star rating, 4-star rating. but it gave super. Within 10 days, my dad was home. And of course, now also we thought we gave him little more proteins, and we thought it's a protein reaction or what. Let's keep him for 2 days. The doctor said, yeah, 1 or 2 days it should be okay. But it's turned out to be his previous kidney infection has returned, and now that is where he is also. Yeah, but anyway, hospitals are good also, but we have to know where to draw the line, where to draw the limit. Because also one thing during, I think what happens also is sometimes people who are close to their end prefer to be at home with their loved ones. But because the communication never happens about how would you like to die, pass away, many of them are on the ventilator and they're alone, or in the hospital ICU, separated. So that kind of tension happens, of course, and they're alone when they're passing away. So these things are very delicate and should be discussed and spoken about. Yeah, but sometimes it's very hard to have everything organized also. We just have to try our best, given our intention to love and serve our loved ones. Yeah, that way. Yeah. Anybody else has any other comment to make before we close?
Well, I would just like to bring to our attention that as we age, there is always a kind of a deterioration taking place of the different system that our body contains. And the first thing that starts deteriorating is the neurological condition. When we begin to, remember things in an appropriate way, this is one of the signs we need to be very careful. And in order to keep our neurological integrity, taking vitamins is a very, very important habit that we can make, because vitamins which are water soluble are more effective for the brain. That is number one. Number two, our eye. Everyone after the age of 60, first of all, they have to go through this process called the cataract operation. So the macular formation on the lens needs to be constantly evaluated, so that before it becomes thick and your vision is blurred, you have your optician helping you to see well. Then there is another important thing that is neurologically oriented, is our hearing. Most of us would not consider hearing less as a condition that will be the precursor to many other conditions, which will lead us into what we call is having raised blood pressure, as well as losing our relationship within the family, and also getting what we call abandoned right in our own home. Because when our hearing is lost, it is not seen by anyone, it is not felt by anyone. It's only what we see is people speaking loudly and raising their blood pressure. So this is something which we need to evaluate by checking our ears if there is some kind of a hearing impairment. And the minute we take care of our hearing, it is bound to keep our relationship in the family intact. And then you also have what we call our joints, which begins to ache. The best remedy for preventing all kinds of joint pain is a regular exercise of the muscles and the bones and the synapse tissues that are connected to each of our joints. A regular exercise prevents us from taking any painkiller. Painkillers are called to damage our kidney in a big way.
Correct. Yeah.
If you can have a pain-free function of your body with all the joints working for you, believe me, to that extent, your body is not poisoned or toxic. So this is again a simple thing we need to hear our own body, listen to our own body, and take simple steps to overcome those impediments which come along the way.
Yeah. Thank you so much for this.
Because if you're not aware of how to hear our own body and take care of it, then when somebody who is a stranger who does not know us tries to know our body, they will go from ABCD to find out
Okay.
what is happening in G or L.
Okay, okay.
So,
All right.
and more importantly, one of the member in the family should have a history of the aging person in the family in order to give a brief to the doctor.
Hmm.
Instead of the doctor collecting the details of the patient when admitted at the hospital, it is somebody in the family who says, yes, these are the things that has been taking, and this has been the length of this one treatment going on, and this is where we have found this has happened. If somebody in the family is responsible to knowing what is happening with the senior brothers and sisters in the family, in the home, believe me, the doctors will not estimate in their diagnosis based upon what the frail person is speaking. When the doctor listens to a confident appraisal of the case, because the person in the family has witnessed what has happened with the elderly person in the family. The doctor has not witnessed.
Okay.
So if we have our family members trained to see how our elderly members in the family are going through, and they are carrying themselves in the and they report it to the doctor does not have any ambiguity in arriving at a diagnosis.
Yeah, thank you. I think we can have a session on this with Dr. Doshi sometime. But we have to close the meeting now because it's almost past 1:05. Yeah. So thank you so much, everyone. God bless you. Have a restful week. And please give feedback how we can improve this meeting. Thank you so much for wonderful participation. I really enjoyed to play with you all and also listen to all your wonderful experience. God bless everyone. Take care.
God bless.